Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of August, right through the end of September 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Also, I just want you to be aware that I've just opened a competition to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? What can they expect regarding their career sector in the next 6 weeks? What are they supposed to know at this time? Well, the first card there is your higher calling card. So this is about the judgment energy. So this is about you being clear about your path. Some of you may have had a wake-up call in your industry or your career sector recently. You may have noticed some restructures going on, maybe some downsizing as well, and it's made you pay attention to what's going on in your industry. Now, I feel this is a time where you're thinking about your life's purpose. Some of you may have felt that you hit a plateau in your career sector in some way. You're thinking about the next steps to take things to the next level, but also I feel like you're following your heart. You know, this is about you concentrating on what's important in your career sector to feel fulfilled, but also the right money. So some of you are actually choosing an alternative path because the judgment card can be a card where it's a bit of a fork in the road. You're thinking about the next steps, what you are leaving behind, perhaps. For some of you, it could be that you're closing out contracts or you're closing out projects and you're on to the next. For some of you, it could be that you're putting your resume out there for new opportunities. And for some of you there, it could be that you're finding an alternative way to approach something and it's easier. I definitely see that you are focusing on your goals and your dreams. You're going to be very productive, that's for sure. And I feel for some of you, you could be let in on a secret in the next 6 weeks about what's going on in your industry. For some of you, and I'm picking up this quite strongly, but I got to mention it because it's there. For some of you, there could be an opportunity to work from home in the next 6 weeks or so if you don't already. So either there's going to be some refurbishment going on in the company that you're working and they're trying to get everybody laptops to work from home, perhaps, or it could be that there's relocation vibes going on. If you are an entrepreneur, perhaps you are leaving a premises that you either rent or you've purchased and you're thinking about taking things to the home space in order to save a little bit money, or maybe even some of you are finding alternative premises in order to downsize the amount of money that you're spending on rent. So I feel there's a bit of a restructure going on. For some of you, it could be like rules, regulations, policies changing, but I feel like you're being super adaptable at this change there as well. Now, a lot of you, beautiful Taurians, are headed towards a promotion. That's what I'm seeing there. You love what you do. You're taking things to the next level. Some of you, it could be that you're putting your resume out there to find an alternative role that has greater status, more responsibility, but it gives you an opportunity to grow even further in your career because you're thinking about growth, flourishing, and of course, financial rewards that go with that. I see you establishing yourself at what you do. Very productive indeed. I feel like you are having to make a decision. Two of Swords there. Now, Two of Swords can also be that you're protecting your peace of mind. So if you know that there's going to be some restructure going on in your building or outside the building or in some way, I feel like this is about you protecting, that inner peace so you can focus on what it is you need to focus on at this time. These two cards, the High Priestess and the Two of Swords, this is to go inwards for answers. So a lot of you brainstorming, really listening to your heart, your intuition, being flexible during times of change. But also I feel that there is a goal that you're working towards right now. You will accomplish it. There's a lot of success cards here for you. But I'm just going to go one more because I want to clarify that Two of Swords and the intuition card, because I feel some of you, there's an energy here of overcoming doubt in your career that actually when you reach this position, Nine of Cups, yeah, wish fulfilled. When you reach a position or you're offered like a new role, a promotion, at first when you get into that role, you may feel a little bit hesitant, like, whoa, I've got the role, or I won the job, or I'm establishing myself at whatever it is I do. Some of you could be stepping into a new role at this time, and you may feel like, wow, can I maintain and sustain this level of success? I'm just getting an energy with that Two of Swords and the High Priestess, because it can feel like a little bit worrying or cautious. So it can be that some of you, when you are about to be super successful or you are in a role where you are successful, it can be like imposter syndrome. Sometimes we doubt our skills. So I want you to be aware that actually you're doing a really great job and there is more success to come, because this is the outcome energy. But don't allow the inner critic to take over when you are moving on up, because doubt will end more dreams than failure will ever do. So just make sure that you don't doubt your skills and that you recognize that actually you're about to get a wish fulfilled here. You're working hard towards something, so it's not just you're getting good luck. I feel that you're working really hard and accomplishing something that was hard won. For some of you, it could be that you are in training for something, could be a skill, qualification, certification, and it's going to help you enter a new pay grade in some way, or establish yourself with some sort of like letters after your name for some of you, because you're going from a Queen of Cups energy. Now, again, this is not a gender-specific reading, and of course, you're an earth element, but it means you're at a certain status right now, and then it's going to the Empress energy, which means that you're going to a higher status, or you're entering into a new pay grade there. So I definitely see that, there's something in the works right now where you're going to be offered something that is going to be truly lucrative, but you worked hard for it. And your first card there is that higher calling card, the Judgment card. So some of you are weighing up your options right now. You may love what you do. Queen of Cups tells me that, you're someone who is very effective at what you do, that you give your whole heart and soul to your role. You need to feel fulfilled, like you're adding value to the role, as well as earning money there. And I definitely see that you do. You are an integral member of a team, or you're someone who is a real asset to your industry. You're someone who is super talented. And with the Strength card, I feel like you've endured a lot. You're bold and daring, but also you're self-disciplined. You have a lot of composure. You've endured a path to get to where you vision yourself to be. And I feel this is about you having that higher calling, listening to the whisper of your heart as to where you take the next steps to your career. But you may have felt that you hit a plateau in some way. So, the higher calling card, it's the equivalent of the Judgment card, of course. So it can be that you're leaving something behind at this time to follow your heart to do something else. So some of you could be leaving an industry in order to follow a more creative path. For some of you, it could be that you're leaving a role in order to do something that you feel benefits you more because of the effort that you put into it. So if you feel like the money is off in the role that you're in right now, I see a lot of you putting resumes out there. And with that Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords, some of you are feeling a little bit cautious, but please have faith, because I feel that the universe is orchestrating an opportunity behind the scenes. Something you cannot see right now is going to be yours, and it is the holy grail of jobs. okay, or roles. If some of you have been out of work for a while and you've been feeling a little bit nervous, I feel it's really important to recognize that, yes, of course, the job industry has been very difficult recently. But, have faith, because it gives you an opportunity to wait for the right role. Now, of course, finances may present themselves in a certain way where you're like, you know what, I just want a job, right? But I feel the right job is coming for you, and it also brings a lot of wealth with it. So it gives you an opportunity to staircase in some way. Let's move away from that for a moment. I feel with the Queen of Cups that you are pouring all your resources into whatever it is that you do. You have the stamina, you have the desire, and the ambition and drive. But you may not have always had that, because the Moon card is in the resistance position. Something's been draining you. Now, it could be that you've had a lot on your mind recently because you got the Nine of Swords there, but also some of you may have had problems sleeping, or you haven't been getting the required rest that you desire in order to be working on optimum energy. But I also see that, you're going to recalibrate that sleeping pattern over the next coming weeks and have a bit of a breakthrough there where you're going to get better rest. And I feel that, you are going to be super focused, super organized. And I also feel like a decision has to be made, but I feel some of you are actually going to accomplish the right role for you, but also the right money for you here as well. I mean, I feel there's rewards or benefits for everything that you've been investing in your career, because it's clear that you love what you do. And it's also clear that you have a lot to offer in your industry. And I feel this is about you understanding new ways of working as well. And I also feel that some of you, there is a friend that you have, or a colleague, or someone that you work in with the industry that you're in. Even if you're an entrepreneur, this could be someone that you respect or someone you know. I feel that this person, I'm going to have to pull a card on that, because I'm getting an energy that if you work with this person, I feel that they could actually leave, okay? And then you're just feeling like, oh, okay. Although you're going to miss this person, I feel it kind of sets you in motion to thinking about you moving on to something new as well. But if it's someone that you look up to in the industry, I just want to pull a card on that, but you don't know them, I just want to see what that is. The Justice card. Yeah, a secret will come out about this person. Okay? And I feel like it just changes the way that you look at this person. Okay? So yeah, so if it's someone that, who's in an industry that you look up to, okay, it could be that something comes out about this person that makes you feel a little bit let down, like, oh, okay, because the Moon card is in the resistance position, it can be like illusions. So if there is like a boss that is like running a company that you work for, could be that something comes out about this person and, it's a little bit disappointing in some way. Again, if you're in an industry where you're an entrepreneur, it could be someone that you know about, but you don't know them on a personal level, and you think, oh, they've really let themselves down. It takes a lifetime to build a reputation and only a second to break it. And I just feel that this person has broken their reputation in some way. That's coming out there as well. So that just feels like a little bit of gossip. But anyway, I'm going to move away from that energy. A lot of you are going to be very focused on tasks and responsibilities this month. Contracts, important documents. Make sure that you keep on top of dates, expiry dates, okay? Because I feel this is something that is critical this month, whether it's something personal for you, passports, visas, things like that, or whether it is something that's related to your bills or maybe your service providers. Something could be really dissatisfying that you're going to end this month, and you find something that's even better, but also financially it's better for you as well. So if you're not currently happy with your internet provider or your water provider or your electricity provider, for example, and they're just not doing the job or offering the service that they said they were going to, I feel some of you may be shopping around in order to find better deals, okay? But also, this Justice card can indicate good karma, justice for your hard work, a payoff, Seven of Pentacles is also the fork in the road that I was talking about. It means that you're opening up to new strategies. So there could be new policies, new rules, new regulations in your industry or in your company, or perhaps if you are an entrepreneur, it could be that you have to sign new documents or have a different way of working, and it feels frustrating because it feels like it may be more work for you and it feels like it's not so rewarding. For some of you, you're looking at where you waste your time, like red tape. You know, sometimes, because I'm getting an energy here, like you could be working for a company and they send you like a monthly test of your industry, or, you know, it's almost like you have to take like a little test there and you're like, oh, this just wastes my time. It's the same old questions in a different order, and it just feels like it's not rewarding anyway, even though you pass the test. But you just feel like, what a waste of time. For some of you, you may feel that there is someone who micromanages you. And, you know, I feel that you actually go above and beyond and prove yourself to yourself first, but also to someone in a position of authority. And they take note of your skill set and they really want to offer you something, but you're not sure about it. So you're going to take some time to think about it. I feel like you get the best deal all around, but you must think about it first. If you're given a new contract in a role that you've been in for quite some time, if the company that you're working in or for is merging, I see new contracts there. Be a little bit careful about that. Read the small print, because there may be some changes in there. There may be like a downsizing of benefits or something that perhaps you were offered in the role that you've been working in. But anything that you sign that is new means it nullifies anything that went before. So just watch out for that, because I do see restructure a lot going on in your industry or in your career. Also, I feel some of you are actually looking at your spending right now on a personal level. You may see that actually you're just buying things that you need day to day, but you're seeing that your money is not going as far as it used to. So I feel some of you are just keeping an eye on that at this time and implementing a strict budget, even though I don't see that you've been like spending excess. I mean, whatever you do with your money is your prerogative, of course, but you just may be noticing that, you know, what you typically have is not going as far as usual, because of course products are going up in price and things like that. But I do see that you are working towards more money coming towards you that will benefit you and help you in your circumstance. Now, we've got the Strength card, which means you overcome a difficulty in your working environment. This month, it's all about self-control, self-discipline. You're composed to basically take on the next couple of weeks. For a lot of you, it can be that you're just trying to do things that you love in your role, okay? And you may put some things that perhaps either waste your time or you don't love so much. You may put it on the back burner or even outsource it. For some of you, it could be that you are going to get an accountant, for example, or an advisor, or perhaps some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you could be getting like a PA or an assistant. And for some of you, if you are working for a company, you could find that you are offered someone who can take up the slack there, because I feel with that Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands, I feel there's just an energy here of a load being taken off your mind after a period of worrying about something, or that you've had a lot on your plate recently. I also see with the Moon card in the Resistance position, I mean, this is a self-reflection card, okay? And when it's in the Resistance position, along with the Nine of Swords, this can be you looking at the inner critic and silencing the inner critic to have a little bit more confidence in whatever it is that you do. And I feel the Moon card is very important when it comes to your career, because it can mean like sudden changes that were not expected or not, really seen. That's why I feel like you are given the heads up on a secret. There's some sort of transformation going on behind the scenes in your industry, or maybe you intuitively know what's going on behind the scenes, but I feel like you become aware of some changes that are going on, and I feel that, you basically put yourself in a really great position to be flexible, or how can I put that? Secure your position. That's what I'm being given. So you may hear about some downsizing, redundancies going on in your industry, and it may cause a little bit of nervousness or anxiety. But because you've got the Empress energy, and this is not a gender-specific reading, the Empress energy, when you apply it to a career or money reading, it means a promotion. It means that you get a role where you establish yourself as having a lot of knowledge, but also being a real asset to a team and getting more money, attracting more wealth for all the effort that you are making right now. So I really feel like you're on a trajectory to gain more. And I feel for some of you, you're going to have more responsibility on your shoulders as well. Very productive, you're very gifted and very talented, but I feel like you're super organized in the next 6 weeks to get so much done on your list. And with that Nine of Swords, you know, it is in the reverse position. So this tells me that some of you, you know, you're recovering after a difficult time in your industry, could have had a very busy time where you've had a lot on your mind, and now there's like a respite and ease. You're coming out of that period where something extreme has been going on there. But also, this card can indicate that there's been a problem in your working environment that's caused you a lot of stress or a lot of mental anxiety, and I feel like you're going to come through it, okay? The next 6 weeks are going to be better for you. I feel there's more possibilities gathering on the horizon for you as well there. This is really a call to faith. The swords are of the mind, so this could be that some of you felt very clouded. I mean, with the moon card there, it can be that on a personal level, you've had some fluctuations in mood or in your hormones, maybe hormone related, and you've just been feeling a little bit off kilter. You've been trying to really focus on whatever it is you need to focus on, but you may have felt distracted. So there could have been something personal going on behind the scenes that you're dealing with emotionally, and you know, you're launching yourself into work, but of course something else is on your mind there. But I feel like you conquer that because you have the Six of Wands there. Now, moving away from that energy, Six of Wands is all about success, but it's in the resistance position. So some of you may have felt really frustrated recently. There could have been some delays, and I do see some further delays going on in your industry. So if you are someone who requires, products to be delivered, there could be some delays there, and you may feel it reflects badly on you or your business in some way, but that's not true at all. I feel like the customer or the client, they understand because I feel like they're dealing with it too. So just recognize that. If you are in an industry where there is a chain of command or a chain of events, there could be a breakdown in that chain in the next 6 weeks as well. This could be a logistics thing. Could also be that there are some people off sick and they're not able to do what they normally do, and you may have to pick up the slack. Now, whilst that is frustrating, I see it also puts you in a different light where you are really skilled and you can, do those ad hoc duties and make sure that you keep the chain of command running smoothly, because I feel like you do something where you go above and beyond and it puts you in a new light. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be a client that comes towards you and says, hey, are you able to deliver this for whatever it is that they want doing, whatever project, goods or services that you provide. And it could be that a competitor that they went to previous to you, they couldn't do it to the quality or standard that you can, and you actually deliver, and people see you in a new light, and then word of mouth, people come towards you for your goods or services. So, anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So this is a card of success, being truly seen. So I feel like you're working towards something that puts you in the limelight in some way, an accomplishment. I also see that any projects that you have on the go that you're feeling a little bit uncertain about getting them finished or needing to tie up loose ends, you will finish those projects in the next coming weeks, and you're going to feel really proud of yourself. Six of Wands is also good news. This is an accomplishment in some way. Whatever goals you set yourself for the next 6 weeks, you will achieve them, but also this is like qualification, promotion. This is, results of investing your hard work into your prosperity. You're going to see evidence of you accomplishing something, and there is a triumphant moment for you that you will celebrate in years to come. It'll be a monumental moment whenever you get a Six of Wands there as well. Okay, but also I feel for some of you, there may have been a conflict in the working environment. I do see that it gets resolved, but still don't trust this person, okay? I feel this person, they're the sort of person who whispers behind the scenes about people, okay? If they've ever said something negative about someone else to you, they're saying the same thing about you to somebody else. This person is not to be trusted. I see that there. But I feel like you're distancing yourself from any drama at this time as well. And with that Six of Wands in the resistance position, I feel some of you, there is a plan that you had that you thought about readjusting, or for some of you, if you're launching something or you launched something many years ago and it didn't go the way you'd hoped for, you may actually revisit it at this time and revamp it or relaunch it in a different way. And it's a different outcome. It's completely successful and really exciting and emotionally fulfilling. Remember, there's no such thing as failure, only a way to learn how to do it differently next time. The greatest minds of our time that created like the light bulb or cars or airplanes or, whatever it is that you see that is created, it came from an idea. But the greatest minds of our time that revolutionized the way that we work or live, they didn't just wake up one morning and have the idea. They spent many hours trying something out. If it didn't work, they didn't give up. They actually did it a different way or tweaked it in some way. Thousands of hours of saying, okay, that didn't work, so maybe if I try this instead, to be curious, to be open. And I definitely see that that's what's happening with you right now. If something isn't working, I feel like you're curious and open to alternative ways of approaching it. And it's going to put you in a really great position. And I feel like you will have a triumph here, a breakthrough moment. But also I feel there's an energy of recognition. Some of you may feel that you go under the radar. You may feel that you work really hard, you invest your heart and soul into everything that you do. You may feel that you've hit a plateau in some way. And worst of all, it's like you're not recognized for what you do. You feel that, no one really notices. You just show up, do your thing, and just leave. And you just get your paycheck and you just go on about your stuff. But in the next 6 weeks, you're going to get some sort of recognition. And I do see that there is some sort of reward connected to it. For some of you, there could be like a meeting or an appraisal going on where you hear about a promotion. Not everybody is going to hear about this because the High Priestess is a card of secrets. It's a card of like inner wisdom, enlightenment in some way. So I feel you could be someone who is told about a promotion, because the next card, of course, is the Empress energy, and you got to keep it to yourself. But I feel you're being told about this because they are, if you're working for a company, people in positions of authority are seeing you as a person who will be perfect for this role. Okay. Now, also, for some of you, and this is not all of you, but some of you, you've heard or seen or witnessed something about somebody in the working environment that you're keeping to yourself at this time. And I feel some of you are mulling over what you want to do about it, okay? Now, I feel a lot of you are thinking about going to HR about it, but some of you are thinking that HR is established to protect the interests of the company. So you may be just keeping it to yourself at this time until you may need to use it, is what I see there. But I don't see what you're doing with it, actually. I feel you're just keeping it to yourself at this time. And maybe it's that you're just keeping an eye on this person. If you're an entrepreneur or you have people working for you, it could be someone that you don't trust. You're just keeping an eye on them. You're a little bit disappointed in them, but I feel like you're just keeping an eye on what they're up to at this time. Some of you may even, especially if you have like a shop or a premises, you may be even installing like surveillance cameras or things like that in order to get evidence on something that you suspect at this time. Now, of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone. If there's anybody causing a problem or an issue with you in the working environment, always document it, okay? I feel like you probably can't record or film. Okay, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't really know anything about that. But if you have like a premises where you're worried about theft, I don't see any theft here. I just want you to be aware of that. But if you're just protecting your premises, I think CCTV footage and things like that, that's allowed. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that and move away from the energy. I'm not really sure what I'm being given here. But also, when you get the High Priestess, This is a cautious energy, so a promotion is being offered to you and you're a little bit cautious about it. It can be that there's more responsibility, more tasks, and you're just weighing up what it's going to do to your life, how it's going to change your life. More hours in the office. If it's an office job, for some of you, it could be, that it requires extra time after the usual sort of working hours. If you're an entrepreneur, because the Empress energy can be that you're thinking about going solo, becoming a consultant, or managing your own business. And you'll know that if you manage your own business, you're not just working 9 to 5, you're working 24/7 because you care about what you do. You love what you do. So this is about having healthy cutoff points as well, making sure that you get the right required amount of sleep. Now, the High Priestess, especially since we got the Two of Swords there as well, a decision needs to be made about something. And you must stop and wait and consider your options at this time, okay? I feel it's very important to go inwards for answers there so you can get clarity. I feel like also with the High Priestess and the Two of Swords, some of you really need a break. You've been working extra hard. You are drained. And although you're still inspired and fired up to, make some major moves in your career, don't burn yourself out, because that Nine of Swords can indicate that you are close to burnout, especially mental burnout there. I feel like you're mentally exhausted as well as physically, but it's more like mentally exhausted right now. And that could be also the environment that you are working in. Also with that Moon card, I want you to be aware, because when we've got a Two of Swords, this can be like a sense of duality, that you're trying to make a decision about working in a more sort of freelance environment. If you're a freelancer, for example, you could be a little bit worried about where your next paycheck is coming from. Someone may owe you that money, and you may have to have a very critical conversation with that person to get the money. You will get the desired result, but you may have to kind of implement or indicate that you are going to take it to a governing body if this person does not pay up. So that is coming out there as well. But if you are an entrepreneur or a freelancer, or you're currently working in a 9 to 5, you may be branching out and having like a steady stream of income, because on the Moon card, there tends to be a dog and a wolf, and the dog always represents like a steady, comfortable amount of money coming on in, and the wolf can be like to go off and do new ideas, or maybe have a second stream of income that's a little bit more nomadic, or a little bit more independent, and you may be trying to work out the best way to get two things on the go just to supplement the money that you've got coming in. So a lot of you may be thinking about that at this time, or just doing a bit of brainstorming, in your quiet moments. Any new ideas that come towards you, don't dismiss them, because I feel this is an indication that you're really going to have a breakthrough in terms of ideas that will take your career and your money to the next level. Also, this Two of Swords can indicate after a period of self-care and taking some time out, your mind is going to be sharper. Now, when you're super busy, and this is anybody is super busy, and you got a lot on your plate, I feel like you've been pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you're feeling drained, and you're still showing up for yourself every single day. Sometimes we can get a little bit clouded in our mind. We can get a little bit forgetful. We can get a little bit like, oh, what was I doing? Or I've got to do this thing, and I've got to do the other thing. So I feel a lot of you are prioritizing in the next 6 weeks, but also I feel that especially if there's something hormonal related, you may identify what it is that has been making you feel fluctuating in your energy levels or in your hormones, and it could be that you rectify this and it helps you be more clear, more in command, and more energized to focus on your productivity as well there. And if some of you are in training, some of you, I feel with that Six of Wands there, you haven't accomplished a certification or a qualification just yet, but you're in training. You're about to pass with flying colors, and you are going to step into new pay grades because of this qualification. So really have confidence in your skill set. Nine of Cups, whatever you're wishing for, you're working hard towards, and you will accomplish it. But also, aside from wishes, on more realistic energy, the Nine of Cups indicates that you're going to feel so fulfilled and proud of yourself with the efforts you're making. Your hard work is bringing achievement at this time, and I feel like you're going to be satisfied with all the effort that you did a job well done. And I also feel like a lot of you are looking at what is working for you in your career right now, what's not working for you. This could show up in terms of computer programs. You know, you could be looking at a different computer program and saying, actually, this would be better for what I do. You could be utilizing something new in your industry, or it could be that you're like, okay, this is really outdated. For some of you, it could be a laptop that's kind of like breaking down and you're like, ugh, I don't really want to use this anymore. It could be that you have to save stuff down, maybe get an upgrade in your computer program or your kit, whatever it is that you use. Now, in terms of your personal finances, I really get an energy here that you're getting a little bit more organized with your finances. When you've got the Empress present, it always means that, you know, there is some extra money or an increase in finances on its way for you. This is the outcome energy. A lot of you are going to see that in a new status role or in an entrepreneurship role or in like a new position that becomes available, a promotion there. But also with that Two of Swords, this can indicate that you're deciding to face up to some bills or some repayment debt that perhaps you haven't been able to do for some time. So I feel like you're going to face it head on. In the next 6 weeks, you're going to pay down a little bit more if you've got any thing that you need to repay there. But also, that Nine of Cups indicates that you are going to be financially fulfilled and sustained, and I feel like your money will reach like a plateau. I also feel like life is for the living. So, you know, money is an energy. You have to give some out to get some back. It's in a flow. So I feel like, you know, your hard-earned money, you will also spoil yourself a little bit or pamper yourself a little bit at the end of the 6 weeks there. It could be something that you've been saving for quite some time. A large purchase is what I see. But I feel like you're on target with your money goals, and I feel like things are ticking over nicely for you. If you've been out of work for quite some time and you're looking for a new role, I do see a wonderful role coming on in that is going to be the next pay grade up or the next status up than what you worked in before, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? So, we have final cards, watch. So definitely on the clock, keeping an eye on time, utilizing your time in a very effective way. But also it says it's time to profit, divine timing, seizing the moment, the waiting period, temporary work, and laid off. Okay, I did mention that some of you, you know, will hear of some redundancies going on in your industry. Some of you, if you've come to this reading and you were laid off and you're looking for a new role, I've already mentioned that. There's something lucrative coming on in. I feel like being laid off actually did you a favor because of the next role that's going to come in for you that increases your finances there as well. But also, I feel this is about an opportunity that is being orchestrated behind the scenes, and in divine timing, it comes towards you, and it actually shows up at the right time. And we've also got gift. Now, this is about you obviously recognizing the gifts that you have in your skill set, but also, you know, increasing there too. We have giving and receiving, sudden windfall, generosity, financial support, work surprise. I did mention there's a work surprise there for you, and vacation. So a lot of you, this is about taking a little bit of time out to get clear in your mind. A vacation could literally be just an afternoon off or a day off or some time for you, but some of you, I feel like you really are in need of a vacation in order to, regroup your energy, because a lot of you are drained there. But I feel the sudden windfall is a bonus, or, a sudden opportunity for a new role to increase your finances in some way. But I see that you've been working hard and trying to love what you do best, establish yourself in a role and really grow where you are, unless some of you feel like you're in a very uncertain or unstable industry where you've hit a glass ceiling in some way. Then I see you putting your resume out there and finding new opportunities that are going to be way more lucrative than what you've got right now. But ultimately, I see that you're doing a really great job. You're on target, you're on the right path, and something that you felt was delayed or something that you've been working really hard towards that just always feels like it's out of reach, you will accomplish it, okay? I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have the fairy godmother sitting on the moon, and a star attached to it. Now that really connects to a wish fulfillment, something that you were kind of wishing for but didn't expect. It is showing up for you. So very exciting time for you to get this trinket along with the Moon card and the Nine of Cups. This could coincide with a meeting or some news that happens with the next new moon, is what I'm seeing. It kind of feels like it's just after the next new moon. There is some really great news, and it's evidence of progress and movement in your career. Now, we've also got, a symbol of action, Mars, passionately moving towards whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish. This is ambition, and this is about you being on target. I mean, whenever you get an arrow, it also means that you are really focused and that you will reach your goal. And finally, we have the Hero, potential ruin, which is the freedom to choose what's right for you, but also to show up for yourself and basically conquer whatever it is you're trying to achieve at this time. Also, it can indicate that, there has been some difficult times and you overcome a struggle. And basically, you move through it, past it, and then you're on to something really exciting and different. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If some of you would like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, "Love is the answer," and my guides will draw me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. I will announce that winner at the end of August in a video uploaded, so please keep your notification bell on because you'll want to be notified to see if it's you and how to contact me for that personal reading. So thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.